most outstanding performer here this weekend. Just pretty good end of your career, right?
Yeah, this is my third time receiving that award, so it's one of my favorite trophies. I think going into NCAAs, I'm always like, oh, I want the special one because it looks different. But yeah, it's nice to have that and end my career on a higher note.
Mary, I know you competed all over the globe, but have you ever been in a small bore final quite like that one yesterday?
You mean where I start in 8th?
That's what
Yes.
I mean, and come all the way back to win it.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's kind of becoming my signature in small bore. It doesn't happen as much in air gun just because the scores are a lot closer. But unfortunately, I've been starting at the bottom in small bore, and I'll be in the middle in prone, and then I reach the top in standing. But I'd actually texted my coach. He lives overseas, and I asked him, how do I teach myself that it's okay to shoot good in kneeling? Because I really got to stop doing that.
So why is it that you get better in small bore as it goes on? Like some of your competitors, Wayne, you certainly did not. Is it just because you're comfortable standing, or is there something else mental there?
Mostly it's because I am comfortable in prone and standing. I know my positions really well, and they pretty much stayed the same for my entire career. Kneeling is always one of those positions that it's kind of the most difficult in the sense that it changes every day. So you never really know what it's going to do. And right now my problem was completely mental. I actually have the best hold and position that I've had in my entire career, and my brain was just like, this is too good. I'm not going to let you shoot good. So that's what happened. We had to deal with it.
The intensity of like the finals where it's one shot at a time here at the NCAA event, how does that compare to like the intensity at the Olympics in other national competitions?
So the finals are the exact same. NCAA, the US, and international all uses the same format, which is really nice. You'll look at like NCAA's last year had a different format because international had a different format. So this is my preferred format. I like this one a lot, and I really like the individual shots. Today it was a little bit more difficult. I've been struggling like with my head, so that's just what held me back. But I like the finals, and I really like when the crowd gets involved. So it's nice to have the cheering on the single shots.
So are you telling Matt to go do that out in the stands?
Oh yeah, for sure. I told the team before, I was like, I would really like to hear my name a couple times. Can anyone get it? Because like there have been a couple matches where people are like, oh, did you hear me? And I say no, because it's so different down here and they're so far away that you can't really hear anything. But they succeeded this time. I was able to hear everything, so they did good.
How much of those finals, especially when you get into the elimination shots, are truly mental about just making sure you concentrate and perfect it as best as possible?
Definitely like 90% of it, I would say. I mean, once you have a solid position and a solid base and you know what you're doing, you just have to be able to pull the trigger. And that the last couple of days has been my problem is I see it and I'm like, if you take this shot, it's going to be a really good shot, but then I just don't take the shot. So my brain is just kind of struggling right now with overcoming that next score jump, and hopefully we'll get there. But yeah, most of it is mental because a lot of these shooters, especially in these finals, are really, really good, and then sometimes towards the end it just gets to be too much.
You guys posted 2 individual champions. You obviously won the overall title, but is there disappointment at all in how you guys performed as a team in air rifle and the second place overall finish?
There is a little bit. I'm really proud of my team for small bore. They did really well and they held themselves together. Last night we had our team meal and everyone seemed really confident and was all looking forward to today. So I was really excited, and I kind of figured we were going to win, and I knew we had a lead going in, so I was excited for that. And then I could actually feel it, once the 2 TCU girls in front of me finished their matches, then the atmosphere kind of changed. So I kind of could tell, like, results are final. It doesn't matter what my last 10 shots are. I don't know where it's going, but I kind of figured, like, something had happened. So I was definitely disappointed, but with Gavin being in the final with me in air gun, that definitely brought some of my energy back. So
after he had won and you took third, I saw you guys share that hug there. What was that moment like between you and Gavin?
Well, Gavin and I have been training together for my entire career. He was my very first friend in shooting, so it's really interesting. In practice and in any finals we shoot, we're always like 0.1 away. That's kind of our joke, is like it's always 0.1. One of us is going to beat the other by 0.1. So on that last shot, I was watching the end of his rifle, and right before he took the shot, the gun went like this, and I was like, oh no, please don't take the shot right now. Like, I was like, he's got to win this. And then when he won, I almost stood up and like screamed, but I was like, no, the boys have to say congrats to each other first. Like, hold yourself back. But it's really nice, having somebody who I've been with for the entire time, just being able to be at the same level.
We got a chance to talk to your mom yesterday after in the small bore final, and she was just beside herself, like incredibly emotional. Does she do that often, or how often have you made her cry like that?
Well, my mom hasn't come to very many matches, so she kind of saves it for the bigger ones. But to end my career this way, I think is really important. And I know she does get stressed. She texts me after the competition. She's always like, you gave me a heart attack again. Like, that's always what she says. So I know she watches and gets pretty emotional, which means a lot.
You guys don't get to shoot in this building really often, but what does it mean to this program just to be able to host the national championship?
It means a lot. This team and the coaches have worked so hard this season. Like, everyone really deserved it. Everyone did really, really well. And to be able to have everything here and have the support of the Mountaineer Nation, like, everywhere around us, and kind of, the cheering in the finals was predominantly like, let's go Mountaineers. Like, that was just the vibe of it, and we kind of felt at home and super supported, and I know we wanted to do really well for everybody that came and watched.